What's up everybody, it's Cartel Kicks back at it with another video, and today we got a special video. Today I'm going to be comparing the unauthorized Yeezy butters versus the authentic Yeezy butters. So as you guys know, these did drop this weekend, and a lot of people were able to get pairs and a lot of people weren't able to get pairs. So for those people that really want the shoes and weren't able to pick it up on the release date, you know, I wanted to make this video to educate some of you guys. I mean, me personally, I'm not a authenticator, you know, I'm not a shoe specialist, but I am into shoes. I want to break it down. I want to break down pretty much the differences that I spot between the unauthorized pair versus a retail pair. The unauthorized pair I have is very close to the retail, but obviously there's going to be flaws and there's going to be differences, and that's why I'm here to point them out. To start off, let's take a look at the differences on the boxes. Alright, so the very first thing I noticed right off the bat was that the fake pair was a little bit bigger. The box, you could tell it's about a quarter inch taller, but when it comes to the width of it, it's exactly right on. The length is about the same too. The only difference that I found on the fake one is that it's a little bit taller, which could be hard to tell. And then also on the label is pretty close, but the difference that I could tell that on the authentic pair, the printing on the authentic pair is a lot more cleaner than on the unauthorized pair. On the real pair, the font where it says Yeezy Boost 350 and adidas.com/Kanye, I did notice that it's a slightly bolder than on the unauthorized pair, as well as the Adidas logo right on the bottom. It's smaller on the authentic pair, and on the unauthorized pair it's a little bit bigger. Other than that, those are the only differences. Right here on the back, you can tell that the font is bigger as well on the authentic pair. On the unauthorized pair, you can tell that it's a lot smaller. And then obviously the unauthorized pairs, the box is a little bit more beat up. They do come from China, so they go through a lot of handling, so they do get beat up. But if you have a real pair, just because you have a beat up box doesn't mean that your shoe's gonna be fake either. And then the paper on the inside, it's exactly the same. I would say it's exactly the same. The paper that comes inside the boxes. I picked my authentic pair off from GOAT. I wasn't gonna be here the weekend that they released, so I had to secure a pair. So I did have to pay resale for it. Alright guys, so when it comes to the color of the shoe itself and the material, it's pretty spot on. I mean, I can't really tell a difference on the color of the shoe itself. They did a good job. The first thing I did want to point out was at the bottom. On the fake pair, the bottom sole is more translucent, as in the real pair. The real pair, you can't really see through it. It's almost like a gum bottom. And then on the unauthorized pair, you can see it looks lighter. It looks like a lighter gum. So another thing I did notice on the authentic pair is that the word boost is more bold than on the unauthorized pair. Taking a look at the boost itself, I just feel like the boost on the unauthorized pair, it has more texture in the little bubbles than on the authentic pair. But other than that, I mean, they're both pretty squishy. They're both, I feel like, the same quality and softness. But yeah, let's get into another thing I did notice is the shoelaces on the unauthorized pair are a lot thicker than on the real pair. When it comes to the tips of the shoelaces, they're the same size, they're the same color, and I feel like the unauthorized pair sits lower than the authorized pair. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of more squished down on the unauthorized pair, and then on the authorized pair it sits up higher. So another thing I did notice on the authorized pair is the stitching on the pull tab is a lot more squarer than the one on the unauthorized pair. On the unauthorized is more of a rectangle, as you guys can see, and on the authentic pair it's more of a square. The pull tab is also like way more flimsier on the unauthorized pair, and then on the authentic pair it's a little bit more stiffer. It looks cleaner and it looks smaller too. The pull tab on the unauthorized pair looks like it sticks out way too much, and it's, like I said, it's a lot more flimsier. As the stitching on the back of the pull tab, the little rectangle looks a lot more smaller than on the unauthorized pair, and that's another giveaway that it gave me. But the biggest giveaway that I noticed on the shoe to tell the difference is on the actual heel right here on the back. On the unauthorized pair it's like a square shape, and then on the authentic pair is more of a rounder shape. That's probably the biggest thing I noticed on the shoe. Alright, now let's look inside of the insoles. Pull out the insoles. Your authentic pair, unauthorized pair. They've been getting really good at doing these, because I remember back then that was the easiest way to tell if you had an authentic pair or a fake pair, is the insoles. But they got them down pretty good, and it's pretty hard to tell. But one thing I did notice is that on the authentic pair, it's like a whiter white, and then on the unauthorized pair, it's more like a white yellowish color. But I mean, it's hard to tell if you don't got an authentic pair to compare it by. Like, it's gonna be really hard to tell. It looks pretty similar. Just the words on the authentic pair are probably, you could tell that they're a little bit more bolder than on the unauthorized pair. They're pretty good. And then if you turn them over on the front, the Adidas Yeezy, the wording, it's like more texture. It has more texture to it. As the unauthorized pair, it's more like a cleaner, almost looks like a sticker, like kind of logo. And guys, if you guys have a flashlight, I'm sure you guys do have a flashlight laying around. I mean, you could even use your phone light, but this is probably the easiest way of telling the difference between the authentic pair and the unauthorized pair. So if you put your flashlight inside the shoe like that, like you can see through the boost, right? The unauthorized pair, it looks like a bright yellow kind of color. If you put the flashlight inside the authentic pair, it's more like a goldish, more orangish color. And that's another way, like an easy way you could tell. On the tag that hangs on the shoe, on the unauthorized pair, it's just like a plain, just one of these little tags. And then on the unauthorized pair, it comes with two tags. It comes with one of those regular ones, and then it comes with the little chip one, the one where you put the light through it, and you can see the little chip on it. So, I mean, that's another thing. Also, another way back in the day, the easy way to tell if your shoe was authentic or not was the inside tag that the shoes have. But looking at the fake pair, they look really similar to the authentic. So I think they pretty much got that down. Let me know down in the comments if you guys know what kind of stuff to look forward to on the tag on the inside. But to me, honestly, they look the same, and I can't spot the difference. Maybe the font's a little bit better on the authentic pair, like it looks more bolder, but other than that, you can't really tell. On the fake pair, we got these like on the cushions on the inside of the ankle. You can tell on the unauthorized pair that it almost wants to come off, like it's not glued on properly. And if you look at the authentic pair, you can tell, like, you know, they're stuck on there, and they look pretty good. But it's pretty hard to tell nowadays, guys, with the way they've come along. The unauthorized pairs, they're getting closer and closer. And you know, I'm doing this video, like I say, for educational purposes. You know, I know there's a lot of apps out there. Like, if you guys didn't get to pick the pair up online or on stores and release date, you know, it's really hard to tell whether someone's selling you a real or fake. If you really don't want to get scammed, I suggest you guys go through like StockX or Go, which both of them authenticate your street sneakers before you get them. But I mean, if you find a deal on eBay or any other app, those are the things that I want you guys to like look out for. And I mean, most of the apps and websites will do refunds, so even after you get your shoe, you could compare it to this video and you guys can tell the differences and spot them and see if you got an authentic pair or not. These aren't really reselling for a lot of money, so you can pick them up for not a lot over retail. So if you guys liked the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and make sure to follow me on my Instagram @CartelKicks. I'll be doing more videos like this, and hopefully I'll help you not get scammed. And until next time.